Welcome to Unit 3, Lesson 6, Rational Equations Practice Problems, or Rational Equations Part 2 Practice Problems. Okay, solve for x. We have something in the denominator, so the first step is to cross multiply. Then we had to distribute, and then we had to do the next step. So let's write the steps down. 1, cross multiply. 2, distribute if you can. We cross multiply to get rid of the denominators. Distribute. And then 3, solve for x. Okay, so we get x minus 1 times x plus 2 is equal to x squared minus 4x plus 3. So I'm going to work on the left side. Distribute. Make sure, because you got two terms, you have to doubly distribute, which means multiply to everything inside. X squared plus 2x minus 1x minus 2. I'm going to simplify that side. We get x squared plus 1x minus 2 is equal to x squared minus 4x plus 3. So what I want to do now is put my variables on the left by subtracting x squared. I do the opposite. If there's no sign in front of a term, it's positive. And I'm going to add, because I do the opposite. So I'm going to subtract x squared. I'm going to add 4x. I'm going to add 2. So I'm moving the numbers around and the letters around. That's what I'm doing. That's why I'm doing this. So the numbers go on the right, the letters go on the left. So that cancels out. You're left with 5x. That cancels out. That cancels out. That cancels out. You're left with 5. Nope, just x. I'm sorry. That should just be an x. Divide by 5 on both sides. X equals 1. This is our answer. This is the number that make both of those equal. Looking at number 2, cross multiply. 4 times 4 plus x equals 5 times 4 minus x. Distribute. Move the numbers to the right. Move the letters to the left. Get rid of whatever is in front of your variable. The coefficient, the number up front should be plus 1. The exponent, the number in the top right, should be plus 1. Okay, that's the solution to that equation. Okay, show that this equation is equivalent to this one. So now, what we had to pay attention to on the left is that it equals to 0. So we are going to make this equal to 0 by cross multiplying first. We get x 1 times x plus 50. And 1 times x is just 1x. 60 times 2x plus 50. We get x squared plus 50x. We distribute. We get 120x plus 3,000. We're going to subtract 120x. We're going to subtract 3,000 because we want it to be equal to 0. So minus 120x minus 3,000. This is an equal sign. Okay, we get x squared plus 50x minus 120x minus 3,000 equals 0. 50 minus 120 is negative 7, so we get x squared minus 70x minus 3,000. So they equal 0. What do we get? It's the same. Now it looks the same as that. Okay, Karan jogs at a speed of 6 miles per hour when there are no hills. He plans to jog up. Key word in this sentence is the word up. Up a mountain road will cause his speed to decrease by r. Decrease means minus r, which expression represents time in hours it will take him to jog 8 miles up a mountain road. And we know that time is distance divided by speed. Our distance is 8. Our speed is 6 minus r, and that equals d. That's the best answer. Okay, let's look at this problem here. The rational function can be written in the form g of x equals c plus r over x. Okay, so what does this mean? This means we have to separate this fraction, or we can polynomial long divide. So if I do polynomial long division, I get this, where x goes into x one time, x minus x is 0, then bring down my 10. X can't go into 10, so we're stuck. That's our remainder. So we get 1 plus 10 over x, or we can just separate the fraction into x over x plus 10 over x. X divided by x is 1, and we get the same thing, which leaves us with b again. Okay, let's look at this problem. There are 4 sections, so we're going to do each one on a different page. So find values of x that make it true. So what we have to do is cross multiply to get out of the denominator. So 10 times 7 plus x gives us 1 plus 7x. Distribute, we get 70 plus 10x equals 1 plus 7x. Move the numbers left and the letters, move the numbers right and the letters left. That gives us 3x is equal to negative 69. Divide by 3, divide by 3. X is equal to negative 23. Now we're going to look at B. Same step. Cross multiply to get rid of the denominator. So you get 0.2 times 12 plus x. Now the reason why I put the denominator in parentheses is because it's more than one term. If I don't put the denominator in parentheses, I'm going to forget that I have to distribute to everything. So 0.2 times 12 is 2.4 plus 0.2x is equal to 6 plus 2x. Move my letters left, my numbers right, and that gives me negative 1.8x is equal to 6 minus 2.4 is 3.6. Divide by negative 1.8, divide by negative 1.8, x is equal to negative 2. C is going to be an orange, so same step, cross multiply. I get 0.8 times 0.5 plus x is equal to x. 0.8 times 0.5, is that 0.4 or 0.04? 8 times 5 is 40. 0.4 plus 0.8x is equal to x. Subtract 0.8x, subtract 0.8x. We get 0.4 is equal to 0.2x. Divide by 0.2 on both sides. and x is equal to positive 2. Okay, finally, for the last one, here we go. In purple, cross multiply. 3.5 times 0.5 minus x is equal to 4 plus 2x. Distribute 3.5 times 5, or 35 times 5. 175, 2 zeros, 1.75 minus 3.5x is equal to 4 plus 2x. Okay, put my letters on the left, my numbers on the right. Okay, I'm going to do that up here. We get negative 3.5 minus 2 is negative 5.5x, because same signs add. And 4 minus 1.75, 4 minus 1 is 3, that's 2.25. Divide by 5.5 on both sides, negative 5.5. We do not divide by x because x is what we are solving for, and that's about negative is 0.409 with the 09 repeating, so we're just going to leave it at 409. Well, it's about, because it repeats. Okay, a softball player had 8 base hits out of 25. This means divide. 8 divided by 25 for a current batting average of 320. How many consecutive base hits does she need if she wants to raise her batting average to 400? So if you have 8 out of 25, you had to add X consecutive hits, but your total hits goes up as well. We set that equal to 400. We cross multiply, giving us 8 plus X equals 0.4 times 25 plus X. We're doing work on the right side. 0.4 times 25 is 10 plus 0.4x equals 8 plus 1x. Now, we're going to move the numbers to the right. We're going to move the letters to the left, leaving us with 0.6x on the left and 2 on the right. So when you have 0.6x equal to 2, we have to divide by the 0.6, leaving us with x is equal to, leaving us with x equals 3.3 repeating. When you see a bunch of 3s, that means that number is repeating. Let's stick this number back in and see what we get. 8 plus 3 over 25 plus 3 gets us to 11 divided by 28 gets us to 393, which is not 400. So, because this is a little bit more than 3, I should probably go to 4. So if I do 12 divided by 29, I get 414. So 0.414, I'm sorry, not 4.14. So I don't exactly get close enough to 400. But you want to be at 400, which you want to go over 400, but 3 is a little under and 4 is a little over, but that's where we're at with it. You can always put this in the calculator and see, and you should get the same numbers if you put this side in to y1 and you go down to where y is equal to 0.400.